Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another podcast, another Stained Crown podcast with Joey and myself. So in this podcast, we talk about the new Marine Corps tattoo regulations. They have been lifted. Marines can now get tattooed anywhere except for from the wrist down. Ring finger tattoos are okay. Nothing from the collar up either. So everything else is fair game. So if you are a Marine and you're ready to get tattooed and you're trying to get sleeved up, do it right the first time. Hit us up. Devil Dog owned tattoo studio, Trusted Tattoo Company, and Body Art Bus. We have a studio in Corona, California, and we have a studio in Oceanside. But hit us up. Check out our Instagrams. Trusted Tattoo, Body Art Bus, Stained Crown, I am Elvis Tattoo. But check out this video where we talk about the Marine Corps regulations, tattooing Marines, as well as we have a special guest. You can't see him, but I'm tattooing him. My old platoon sergeant from when I was in the Marine Corps. So hope you guys enjoy. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys very soon.
Okay, so welcome everybody to another Stained Crown podcast. I'm Joey Chavez, joined by the one and only Elvis Ramos over here.
Everybody over here tattooing, but I'm still here.
That's right, that's right. You know us, we like to multitask when we do these things on a daily. So we're here. Elvis is working on a beautiful chest piece on his Chief Warrant Officer over here. Can't really see him. He's a little low on the camera, but if you want to just wave, there it is. Right, one of Elvis's old platoon sergeants today, which is great because what we want to talk about is the new tattoo regulations for the United States Marine Corps. So congratulations to all my devil dogs that are active duty reserves. You can now get tattooed all the way up until your neckline. You could even do your hands. You could even do your feet.
You can do your hand, the wedding band, right?
Yo, so yeah, you could have a wedding band. So you can't do like your palms.
No.
Nothing past the...
Okay, so we're still nothing past the wrist except your wedding band. So nothing past the ankles as well?
I don't think they even check that anymore.
Yeah, so I don't honestly
Doing your feet tattoo.
if we're gonna put up a little graphic to show you the new regs, but basically everything is fair game, it seems, for the head and neck and the hands, which is great because bottom line, I mean, tattooing, it came from our maritime past, at least here in the United States. You know what I mean? I mean, worldwide, we've all had tribal beginnings where we did body modification of certain kinds. Africa, they've done scarification. Here we've done scarification, tattoos, different things all over the world. Some people do the neck elongation or the ear stretching.
Oh, yeah.
All kinds of fun, different stuff like that. I mean, you can see Elvis, he's got the what? You got the 0 gauge?
They were an inch, but I let them close.
Yeah, see, those are pretty solid. I mean, the cool thing about it is, again, if you sign up for the military and you're willing to defend our country, you're willing to die for your country, you should be able to get tattooed wherever the fuck you want. And you know what? It's closer to that now than it's ever been. I was talking to my mom about it because my mom was in the Marine Corps back in the 70s. My dad was also in the Marine Corps back in the 70s as well. And she's saying, there was never any tattoo regulations. But it mainly came because the popularity of tattooing got to a point where they had to put regulations on it. I don't think it was ever a big deal before then because tattooing wasn't as popular. So you get
Wasn't
to like...
as common to see someone all sleeved up? What do you mean?
Yeah, absolutely. It wasn't as common to see somebody sleeved up. It wasn't as common to see somebody with head or neck tattoos. I mean, you're talking about like, prison people in the circus, people that are looking for a little bit extra attention or something, or a freak show. Those are the only people you're really seeing with tattoos, extensive tattoos, But when you were in, did you see people with full sleeves and
Yeah. I remember going through Marine combat training, and I don't think he was a platoon sergeant, but it was a staff sergeant, and he had full color sleeves. He even had like Powerpuff Girls, I think, because of his kids' daughters.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he had like 2 full sleeves, and it tripped me out because I didn't see anyone else. He was the first person I saw that sleeved up.
Yeah, it just wasn't as common, It wasn't as common. Nowadays, tattoos have become a lot more common. They're a lot more accessible. I mean, you got soccer moms getting tattoos. You got doctors getting tattooed, lawyers. We definitely need a tattoo president. That's what I'm thinking we need next. I think once we get a tattoo president, we're start getting back to the some more common sense shit. Because right now, we got all these fake motherfuckers in office doing crazy fake shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We need I heard Trump has a back piece.
Yeah, but it's not a tattoo, bro. That's just this chick that he has on the side. He calls his back piece. I don't think that's his. I don't think that's a tattoo. Right. So, and we are opening a shop in Oceanside, right next to Camp Pendleton. Which, with the regulations changing and everything, it's perfect timing. I mean, I served in the Marine Corps. Elvis served in the Marine Corps. So we do have a lot of ties to the Corps still. Like I said, I mean, we tattoo people that we're in the Corps with all the time. Rest in peace to my pops, but he was getting tattooed all the way up into the end. Even when he had the cancer, I think the last tattoo I did on him was his ankle for his golf stuff, But Marines in particular love tattoos. One, because we're badasses. Okay, straight up, Marines are badasses. I don't care. If you know a Marine, more than likely a bad motherfucker. Two, we like to show what we really care about. We want you to know what we care about. We want you to see it. We don't want to hide it. There's nothing to hide. It's all about letting people know what we love and what we care about. That's a lot of my tattoos are. But what about you, Elvis? I mean, you got what do your tattoos mean to you? Well, you got a lot more tattoos than me. I'm catching up.
I gotta be honest. Maybe like 10% of my tattoos have meaning.
That's a good point.
And maybe like 40% of them were spur of the moment.
Right.
But now I'm definitely taking more time into planning out the rest of my body because
you run out of space.
Yeah, so it's more valuable now.
Absolutely.
I gotta really think.
You got that front piece in the front of your neck, bro. That's a good spot. You got a good spot there.
Yeah.
You got the other side too.
My whole back is empty.
Whole back's open.
Most
oh
of
man.
My right arm.
You got any plans?
Yeah.
Oh, but those are top secret.
Those are top secret right now. I'm still thinking about them.
That's good shit.
I have a lot of ideas. I just want to make sure I get them ironed out.
Yeah, absolutely. Me too, dude. I got ideas, but like, for instance, like I want to do my ribs. I want to do my stomach, but I'm not in any way looking forward to doing those. So I'm not in any way rushing that process,
Especially after that chest piece, second session.
So this chest piece, Elvis is working on for me. The first session, I took it like a champ. I feel like I took it like a man. It was no big deal. But the second session, I don't know if it was the scar tissue. I don't know if it's because we did it on a Tuesday, and Tuesdays don't really agree with me that often. I don't know what it was, but something killed me, bro. And I mean, I feel like you're embarrassed for me.
Yeah, it definitely took me by surprise because the first time you handled it so well, and the second time it was like, are you fucking with me?
I don't get it. No,
really?
And I wasn't fucking with you. It really fucking hurt.
You look like you're really hurting.
I was. And I'm trying to blame the new needles. We're using some new needles. We're using some new stuff. So I'm trying to blame that. But honestly, I might have just not slept well the night before. I might have just not eaten well. The thing is about getting tattooed, there's a lot of factors when it comes to how you perform. You want to make sure you eat a good breakfast. You want to make sure you sleep good the night before. So could have been any of those things. I think, again, it probably was the scar tissue. We had done a lot of the work prior to. It already looked almost complete. So he had a lot of the shading done. All the outline was done. And then he just basically went and made it more dimensional. So you can see this thing just pops out of my chest now.
Yeah.
Where it still did before, but now it really, really pops. And that's what he really enhanced. He added some more rays. But what I wanted to do on the day is I wanted to add a cherub here and a cherub here. But that didn't go down.
Yeah, as soon as we got like 45 minutes in, you were like, shit. And you started drinking some beer, and you normally never drink.
I don't drink. I'm not a drinker, but I went to the Modelo.
Really
Went right to the Modelo. Wasn't fucking around. Went right to the vodka. I don't care what we had. I drank it, and it didn't help. I was dying. It was a bad day. A bad day.
Yep.
But everybody has good days. Everybody has bad days. You're entitled to your good days. You're entitled to your bad days.
Well, back to the good day of
the great day.
The regulations being adjusted.
Absolutely.
I wanted to talk about why the military, and not just Marine Corps, but military in general, are probably like my favorite people to tattoo.
Oh, totally.
Because they're not all from the same place.
Good point.
They're not all from the same state.
Yeah.
So whenever I go to a convention and it's next to a base, all the military guys come through, and all their ideas are different.
Totally.
Because they all come from different places. So it's like, whenever they're pitching their ideas of what they want to get done, it's something I've never done before or never heard of anyone wanting,
That's rad. Yeah.
So I'm really excited to see what Marines, because I'm sure they're excited too,
Oh, 100%. I think a lot of the guys even I tattoo were like, want to do sleeves, but there was that whole regulation where you had to put your hand on the tattoo. It had to be able to cover it, or it's 2 inches below or above the elbow. It was just really crazy complex and just hard to understand if you were even within regs still. And I think a lot of people even said,
gray area.
yeah, it even depended on your unit. Like if your unit cared about it, then you were okay. But I never liked to do it. I didn't want to get these guys in trouble. You know what I mean? I didn't want to get them in trouble. I didn't want them to not get promoted or to not get their bennies or get NJP'd or any of that over a tattoo. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You don't want it to be your fault.
Yeah. And so I had a lot of these guys talking to me about just wait until they're getting out. Like, oh, yeah, I'm going to get this. I'm going to get that once I'm out. But now floodgates are wide open, and it's really exciting. And again, like you said, we always have a good time at the convention we go to. We just went to Alaska. We tattooed Army guys, Navy guys, Air Force guys, and gals. That's really cool. Again, when we go to these conventions to different places, whether it be Alaska, Texas, Pennsylvania, or Chicago. Was that one you like to go to? Minnesota? Is it Minnesota?
Hawaii.
Oh, Hawaii. Oh, we love Hawaii. And see, that's the thing too. So sometimes with the Hawaii show, it's every other year they have like a military exercise out there. And if that show goes when that exercise is going down, then you not only get the Navy guys that are stationed, or the Army and Navy guys that are stationed on the island, but you get these Army and Navy guys that fly in for the exercise. And so we're tattooing all day.
It's different country navies go. It's not just the U.S. Navy.
That's right.
So
that's right. You're talking Japanese.
Like some dudes from if it was
Australia. Yeah, Australian.
Yeah. I tattooed like 3 of them the last time they had that
British.
exercise.
Yeah,
it was pretty cool.
It's a pretty cool exercise. Yeah. I don't know what the name of it. They told us the name of it last time, but if anybody knows the name of it, go ahead and just put it down in the comments. It's a big exercise that goes on in August every year off
like
Hawaii.
A competition.
Yeah,
it's like the Navy games or something like that.
Yeah, it's some kind of games. Yeah, I think that movie Battleship, the last Battleship movie, I think that was kind of the event.
I don't know if I've seen that.
Yeah, the new Battleship, that was the event. The one with Rihanna. You didn't see the one with Rihanna? Yeah, that's really the only reason I watched it.
She was in movies.
Yeah, that's the only reason I watched it, because Rihanna was in it. But it was pretty cool. Yeah, but like you said, it's some kind of competition where everybody comes and they compete and they use the lasers and the pretend attacks. In the military, we do a lot of different kind of war games and fun stuff.
Yeah.
To get some good training. And when we face against other countries, it's even better because we get to see their technology and their equipment versus our equipment and their technology, which is always fun. And again, as Marines, as Americans, we're real competitive. We all want to be the best. So you get us out there, we're going to want to be the best. I don't know if somebody was telling me about this exercise that happened the other day where the British Royal Marines, the British Royal Marines beat us at something the other day. I forget what exercise it was. Somebody was saying they were doing some training out there and like, oh yeah, the British Royal Marines took out the Marines. And I was like, I don't believe, I got to see it. I got to see the data on that one. My spirit of core won't let me admit to that shit.
I haven't seen it, so
exactly. I don't know what you're talking about. Exactly. These guys must have been hungover or something. They must have been like wet down the night before or something. Who knows?
Yeah. But this whole tattoo regulations for the Marine Corps, we got to figure out some sort of, sort of hookup to get these guys, get the ball rolling,
Absolutely.
These guys coming in.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. We should do something. We should do like Veterans Day's coming up. I mean, Marine Corps birthday's tomorrow.
And Veterans Day's like on Thursday.
Veterans Day's the next day. Exactly.
Wow.
So we got to come up with something. So maybe we do. Well, I'm gonna have the bus at Rookies in Oceanside tomorrow doing a Marine Corps special for the Marine Corps birthday. So I won't be here at the shop, but the Buyer bus will be in Oceanside doing a hookup. $100 minimums. Normally we do $150 minimums here at the shop. So we're gonna do $100 minimums on the bus.
This video is not gonna be up by tomorrow.
It would have already happened. We're already gonna do a bunch of badass tattoos in Marine Corps birthday.
Already missed it.
I apologize. I wish we were live right now because you know what? If you don't go to Rookies tomorrow and get your badass Marine Corps flash tattoo that I'm designing, I'm going to be posting that up tonight, all the flash that I have designed. So, again, this already happened, so you don't know about it.
Just start doing these live though.
We should start doing these live. I mean, I have this mount right here. We could just go live right now.
Yeah,
But-
we should start doing that from now on.
So-
Especially on your Instagram, the body art bus.
Yeah, no, it goes. Yeah, that's the Instagram is the best. The Instagram for trusted and the audio bus. When we go live for those, we get a lot of people engaged, which is cool. But again, so the regs, we're specifically talking about the regs for the Marine Corps because we're celebrating the fact that the regs have just got expanded. We're not talking about the Navy because the Navy for a while has been able to get their neck tattooed, their hands tattooed.
Yeah, they're already ahead of the game on that.
They're way ahead of the game on that. Army, as far as I know, the Army's pretty wide open. We had a guy who's an Army reservist that came in the other day. Did you do? No, Jordan did it. He did an eagle on this dude's whole neck. And I'm like, bro, are you sure?
You still in?
He's a reservist, so it's not like he was active duty or anything. But he was the one that specifically told me. He was like, yeah, bro, my unit doesn't care. It just depends on what unit you have as a reservist. So I don't know. Maybe ask the chief warrant officer over here if that pertains to anything. Like as a reservist, they're not going to get away with other things, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
same standard.
same standard. And that's the Marine Corps because the Marine Corps, we do hold a higher standard than most other or all other services. That's just the way we do it. But so again, when you go to the Army, they're going to be a little more lax. When you go to the Navy, they're going to be a little more lax. And that's because not every soldier or sailor is a warfighter. Whereas Marines, every Marine's a rifleman. We all need to be prepared for combat all the time and ready to get some at any time. And that's one of the main reasons that we have to be more disciplined. We have to follow a little bit more strenuous regulation. But,
That makes sense.
Makes sense. Absolutely. Makes total sense. But since they are allowing multi-genders to join, since they are now allowing women to train at MCRD, you know what I mean? Things are a lot more open. You know what I mean?
Touch on that shit, right?
We haven't touched on that. We may talk about that. It's a sensitive subject. Elvis doesn't want to get canceled. I don't want to get canceled. We do rep Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle, we agree with you 100%. But he's funny. It's all comedy, people. It's all comedy. Sense of humor.
Comedy is the last thing where you can just say whatever the fuck.
It should be anyway. It should be anyway. I mean, as long as you're not doing anything illegal, you're not hurting anybody, you're not fucking Harvey Weinsteining anybody, any kind of crazy shit like that. It should be good to go. You know what I mean? And people get upset about people's opinions about their lifestyle. Like, don't fucking worry about my opinion about your lifestyle. Guess what? I don't give a fuck what your opinion is about my lifestyle. So don't give a fuck about what my opinion is about yours. You know what I mean? Like, girl with thick skin. If you decided to live a certain life and you don't like the way people think about it, well, so the fuck what? You can't control what people think. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of, nowadays we're trying to control how people think, how people talk, the fucking injections you should get and shit. But hey, that's not the America I fought for. That's not the America that we still have people fighting for. It's about freedom. It's about freedom in this motherfucker. And guess what? Freedom of speech is fucking huge. Not only that, freedom of expression is also huge, which is why, again, this is such a big win for the Marine Corps, because tattoos are freedom of expression. You know, a lot of people don't realize, like, hey, this tattoo is, I'm expressing myself freely through my art that's on my body that's going to be there forever. There's nothing else you can do to your body. There's nothing else that you could spend money on or spend time or energy on that could be like a tattoo that's always going to be with you, that's always going to be visible, that's always going to be a statement, no matter what you're wearing, no matter who you are, no matter what you're with or who you're with, which is why, again, it's important to think about what you're going to get, which is why it's very important not to get your girlfriend or boyfriend's name tattooed on you or something silly like that, because that is one of the most popular cover-ups of all time.
If you are going to get it done in some like yellow ink or something.
Or blue. Yeah. Or talk to us about it first. We could do it in a light gray. You know what I'm saying? It's still there.
It'll be there, but in 10 years it'll be gone.
Exactly. And again, that's not, I don't want to talk shit on your relationship or anything, because again, some people want to express themselves the way they want to express themselves. It's just a very common, the most popular cover-up is somebody else's name. And a lot of times it's because people are getting that to justify how they feel about it, but really, you shouldn't have to do something like that. If you love somebody and you care about them, you shouldn't have to get a fucking tattoo to do that. It should be obvious every fucking day. You know what I mean? You shouldn't have to fucking get a tattoo. If you feel like you got to get a tattoo to let them know what's up, then maybe you got to work on your relationship a little bit more. Now, if you're getting your mom's name, if you're getting your grandma's name, your grandpa's name, your daughter's name, your kid's name, hey, that's fucking different. That's something, that's a beautiful thing. You know, you're getting a memorial for somebody, that's different. That's a beautiful thing. I'm just saying, don't rush into some silly shit. Take the time, get a good tattoo. I mean, we were talking earlier about a lot of people getting
line.
these silly little tattoos. You know, tiny little bangers that are popular right now. You know, some people have full sleeves of these Friday the 13th tattoos, fully sleeved, but all a bunch of crazy bullshit. It almost looks like a yearbook or a fucking toilet seat, a tagged up toilet seat or something. Something silly, you know?
I didn't say that. That was Joey.
And again, hey, if that's your freedom of expression, do what the fuck you want to do. Don't worry about how I feel about your fucking tattoos. They're your tattoo. You get the fucking tattoos you want. I'm not the motherfucker to tell you to get a tattoo. We don't judge. We just do the tattoos. Right?
Exactly. And if you want a specific type of tattoo, make sure you go to the artist that'll do those kind of tattoos.
And that's the best way. You know, you don't want to jump into it too soon. You know, do a little bit of research. Find the guy that does the work you like. Absolutely.
Yeah, exactly.
And again, the business has changed in so many ways. There's so many different ways to contact artists now. There's so many different ways to book things now. So many digital things. So many apps out there. You know, you got the Tattoo Dudes. There's a shout out Tattoo
Some
Dudes.
artists are accepting crypto.
Some artists are now accepting crypto. Some artists are now accepting credit. We have our own credit that will give you credit. What's the company?
Oh, that'll finance your tattoos.
That will finance your tattoo for you.
Yeah,
You go to this
I don't remember
company,
what they're called.
they'll finance your tattoos. You pay them, they'll pay us. It's a beautiful thing. It's a whole new way to get tattoos. So you don't have to be limited to, oh, I can only afford this little piece. Hey, you want to do your whole back? Let's do your whole back. Finance that shit. If you're going to finance your car, guess what? 5-6 years, you're going to trade that fucking car in for something else. You might as well finance a badass tattoo that's going to be with you for the rest of your fucking life. It just seems like a better value to me.
Yeah. A longer trade there.
Yeah, a longer investment. You know, something that you could really, you know, have and admire. And again, nobody could take that from you. Nobody could repo your tattoo. I'm not sure what this company will do if you don't make the payments, but guess what?
Didn't they make a movie about a guy who's repoing like organs and shit?
That's right, they did. That shit was dope.
Maybe they can repo tattoo.
Eventually. And I mean, see, here's the thing. It would have to be worth the value of the tattoo. So like, to repo an organ, I guess makes sense because you could resell that organ. I mean, it's not like you could resell the tattoo. It just there wouldn't be any money in it.
You're right.
Unless like you sold it to
waste
that
of time.
museum in Japan where they have all that stretch skin, where they fucking have these stretch skin from the old Yakuzas. Have you seen that shit? Yeah. It's pretty dope. Oh, I mean, it is kind of gross for sure. But the thing about it is, like, you have these skins from these old Yakuza guys that went through a lot of pain, a lot of energy to get these tattoos. And now these tattoos are going to be preserved. I mean, for as long as that skin lasts. I mean, I don't know how long the skin's going to last. Eventually, it will degrade into nothing for sure. But it just gives it extended life of your tattoo, which is pretty special, you know, because normally it's just lasts a lifetime, and now it's going to last multiple lifetimes.
Yep.
Kind of gross, so.
100%.
Kind of gross, so.
Yeah, I think we'll get into that topic in another podcast.
That's a good one. A good one.
You know, we can pull up some references.
Yeah. Well, we should go to Japan and go to the museum and check it out. And do a
Well, they
podcast
had
on it.
some at the LA one.
Oh, they did. That's
At
right.
the tattoo museum.
Dude, the exhibit. Yeah, I bet you we could get some footage from that if we contact the history museum. That'd be dope. Oh yeah, because we got a lot of footage there. Did we all go together, or we all went separate? I don't remember.
We all went to.
Right? Like a big thing. I don't know. That was super
I
cool.
remember.
That was super cool. And again, that was something that, again, it just shows the tattoo culture and industry is going into new places. I mean, now we're going to be at the History Museum. I mean, you got the body art bus. We're doing state fairs now. We're selling these buses now. The tattoo industry is still very new to what it has become. I'd say the last 15 years have been like gangbusters. Everybody into it. Everybody.
What do you mean?
Like I'd say like the last 10 to 15 years, a lot of people wanting to become tattoo artists. Like when I first started, started doing it, there wasn't a lot of people that wanted to be tattoo artists. Like I said, the guys that I learned from, these guys were fucking heroin addicts and shit. Like I was like, I don't want to do this because these guys are fucking crazy, you know?
Yeah.
But I think once the Ink Master came out and TV
Ink Master
shows.
definitely had a big influence on that, I think.
Yeah, Ink Master, LA Ink, Miami Ink, all those had a really big influence on people, which really pushed it to the forefront. Where when I first started, it was very taboo. Even in the Marine Corps, when I was tattooing in the barracks, it was still so new that we didn't even get in trouble for it. We actually tattooed our company gunny. We tattooed our company gunny in the barracks. He didn't give a fuck because they were just happy we were staying out of trouble. You know, back then in 29 Palms, they were just glad we weren't selling drugs or some crazy shit. But yeah, back then it wasn't that big a deal, and that wasn't even that long ago. That was like 2002. You know, 2002, 2003. I didn't really get hardcore into tattooing until 2002, 2003 is when I really started pushing it. But I first apprenticed when I was 17 in high school. But like I said, those dudes were chasing the dragon, and I wasn't into that. Yeah, I do not recommend that. Yeah. Yeah, and it's, you know, again, to each their own. It's a free country, do what you want, but you know, it's just so many times that just damages you. You know, it doesn't really do anything good for you. I mean, if you really got to do something, drink alcohol, smoke some weed. You know what I mean? If you got to do anything beyond that, I don't recommend it. So many things out there. Doing that stuff's just rough. I mean, right now with the fentanyls and the heroines and the craziness going on, we're losing so many people. It's really sad. Really, really sad. Yeah, friends, family.
Didn't DMX just die because of that? Because of fentanyl or some shit?
Yeah, and DMX has been on it for a while. You know what I mean? He was a crack fiend. I think he was into the crack. But
oh shit.
Yeah, so I don't know what he did recently that took him out, but sad, bro. You know, super talented. Oh, just throwing away for that shit. But again, so, you know, it's November 9th. Today's my birthday. Happy birthday to me. We're doing this on my birthday. Joey. Thank you so much.
49 years old.
39, fucking asshole. 39 years old. But yeah, we're doing podcasts. We're doing tattoos. We're doing buses. We're opening new shops. This is really. I've been doing this for 20 years now, but it really feels like it's just the beginning for us. So be on the lookout for more awesomeness like this. Thank you so much for joining us for this podcast. Super excited.
Little quick podcast. Just wanted to touch on the Marine Corps changing their tattoo regulations, which is really exciting. It's going to build a lot of opportunities.
Absolutely.
And hopefully we can, encourage some Marines to get some dope tattoos.
Yeah, absolutely. And then make sure you come to Trusted Tattoo Gallery in Oceanside, California, which is open right now, but it's really open for just private appointments. So we're not officially open to the general public, but if you want to get something done, hit us up, DM us, get us on the messenger, go through Elvis's website, all that stuff. You know, again, there's fucking a million ways to communicate with motherfuckers. So get at us and we'll make something happen. We're also trying to put something together to take one of the mobile units to go to Horno and tattoo our boys from 2-1, show them some love for the hard times they had out there in Kabul. So look out for that. We'll be out there. And again, it's going to happen, man. Separify. We love our devil dogs in this motherfucker. And you want to close it out? Anything else you want to say before we finish this up, Elvis?
No, I think that's it. Thank you guys for the continued support, and thank you to everyone who enlists and sacrifices.
Absolutely.
More than
Absolutely. So. No, thank you for your service. Thank you for your service, everybody. Today, my nephew, well, not my nephew, he's my cousin, but he's like a younger cousin. He just joined, and he graduated from MCRD, and just going there and being a part of the ceremony, and it just. It really motivates you, man. It really gets you back into it. It's just seeing all the young devil dogs just starting on their journey.
Yeah, it reminds you, right?
Man, big time.
How motivating boot camp was.
Absolutely, bro. It brings back a lot of solid memories. Good times and just good times and bad times, but more good than bad. For sure. So it's hard to miss it when you're in. But when you're out, it's real easy to miss it. You miss that brotherhood, and that's why we do still do a lot of things for the Marine Corps, for Marine Corps birthdays, for Veterans Day, for all of our veterans, because we want to show that respect again for your service. Chief Warrant Officer, thank you so much for joining us today. I know we can only see your hand.
Happy to be here.
Yeah, right. So thank you again, and Separify everybody, and we'll see you later. Have a good one.
See you guys on the next one.
Yes, sir. Peace.